So, like all of us, we've all been stuck at home lately, so I thought it's a good time to dive into some of those little projects that have been sitting in the shed for a while, and they've been waiting for things to turn up. So STEDI sent us a whole bunch of lights, so we've got a set of TypeX Pro spotlights to go into the bull bar, and we've got a whole bunch of little light bars to go up into the roof rack. So we've got to wait for the roof rack to turn up, and we've got a set of rock lights as well. And I've never used rock lights, but I thought it'd be a cool thing to give it a go, chuck them underneath. They change colour, which I don't know if I'm going to use, but I'll probably definitely use the white ones. Then we've got a Cel-FI Go cell phone signal booster, which I used last year on our South Island trip. So that's been sitting in the shed, ready for this truck build. GME, about a year ago, sent us an XRS Connect, which we had in our last Land Cruiser on our North Cape trip. It's an awesome radio, but I never really got a chance to dive into the features that it's got. So you can connect your phone via Bluetooth to the radio and adjust all the settings, and it's also got the location sharing. So anyone that's got an XRS Connect, as soon as you transmit, you share your location to that person, and you can kind of find each other in the bush. So it's kind of a real next evolution in UHF technology. Along with that, we've got a 6.6 dBi antenna to go under the bull bar, and then we've got a set of 5-watt GME handhelds, which we've been using in some of our previous videos as well, but they were really awesome for camera crew and people jumping out of the car to use and spotting people. And then, finish it off, we've got a set of black duck seat covers to go under the seats. Wouldn't choose anything else. We had them in our last Land Cruiser, so it's only fit to put another set in here. So let's dive into it. So with these black duck seat covers, I just thought I'd pull the seats out of the Land Cruiser for a demonstration to show you how easy they are to put on. It's really easy to do. You don't need to remove your seats. I've just done it for a demonstration. So let's whip into it and we'll whack these on. Black Duck have sent me the seat covers for the 2 front seats and the rear bench as well. So you've got your headrest covers, and then you've got your individual seat covers. So you've got your backing piece there, and then you've got the seat piece as well. So there's 3 pieces to each one. So we'll put the head cover on first. So there you go. That's one of your headrests put on. Pretty easy. We'll just put that off to the side, because now we've got to pull on the backrest. So inside it is the seat, so that's going to sit there, and they've all got the back pockets and everything like that. So as you saw by the ones that we had in our last truck, they're 100% waterproof, really easy to clean, and I just think they're a great product. One of the reasons why we decide to put seat covers on our cars, at least for us, is because we're constantly getting in and out of the car covered in dirt and sand, and it just looks after your seats. It really protects them. So if you go to sell your car later on as well, you're not selling a car with stained seats and covered in crap. And it also protects the longevity of them. So you know, on a four-wheel drive where you're constantly sliding back and forth on the sides of them, well, the seat covers stop the sides of the seats from ripping and kind of not looking very nice after years of abuse. There we go. It really is that easy. And you can see all the black duck seat covers are actually custom made for each specific vehicle type. So you order them for your vehicle. So these are the Land Cruiser seat covers, so you can see they fit really nice and snug, and they actually hold the shape of the seat. So if you do get anything on them or get them dirty, you just pull them off and wash them, and completely saves your seats, which is nice, especially when you get into your nicer cars, you know, and you really start looking after the interior and things like that. It's well worth having a nice set of seat covers. So, and the canvas is it's just a really nice feeling product as well to sit on and drive with. So that's it, all done. Pretty cool, eh? Don't have to worry about Asher playing around on the back or spilling food. We'll just be able to wipe it all off. So first job done, let's go and dive into the other stuff. Well, here we go. I've been pretty excited about these for a while. These are the TypeX Pros from STEDI. They sent them over from Australia. I've read some pretty good reviews about them, and you're supposed to get about 1,200 metres of range down the road, so you're going to be able to see at night pretty well. We've got existing wiring already in the car from our last set of spotlights, which we're going to change up when we dive into the electrical side of the car later on down in the build. It's going to be pretty complicated, but it's going to work really well for what we're going to do. So let's pull these out and get into installing them. So obviously it comes with the lights and these really nice aluminium brackets with the STEDI logo on the side, and they feel extremely sturdy. And then of course it also comes with the wiring kit and all your adapters. So basically this plugs just straight into your headlights, and then you plug your headlights back in, and there's no need for splicing wires and things like that. It's also got your 12 volt relay, which is really important when you're wiring in any driving lights or spotlights, is you've got to run everything through a relay, so that way you're not interfering with your car electrical circuit. So I've got the lights all mounted up. I've left them loose, just so later on, once they're running, I can actually adjust them and do all the fine adjustments. But we're going to get into the wiring side of things, which in my case is actually going to be pretty easy, because we have the existing wiring harness from the old spotlights that were in the old bar. But like I mentioned, STEDI does provide you with the full wiring harness with the plug and play adapter that goes into your headlights, the relay and the switch and everything like that. So we're going to get crack on and just get these hooked up and then adjust the lights. So when you're doing wiring like this on the front of your car especially, or anything basically outside of your vehicle, it really pays to make sure that you've got solid connections, and soldering is a really good idea, and also using heat shrink to make sure there's no water ingress into your connections. And with crimps, you know, even these aren't really the most ideal. If you can get some of the ratchet ones, so you make sure that you get a really nice tight connection on your spade connectors. I'm going to put a bit of heat shrink on these before, and then when I plug them in, I'm going to heat shrink it as well. You've got a Deutz connector on this side, so the lights will just plug in once they're all wired up, ready to go. Sweet! I've never had an electrical job that easy. It's all wired up and it's all working. So now it's time just to tighten up all the bolts and then get the adjustment right on the lights, and job done.